Welcome to the bonus round.
So I wanted to know you guys. I'll sometimes bring hypothetical questions. I'll sometimes bring other questions. Just kind of delving into our psyches a little bit outside of the, the realm of popular culture and shit like that. Like us stuff that brings these little conversations.
Right.
What is not your pain threshold, I guess, but what is the most painful experience physically? Not like someone broke up with me. Like, I mean, like
Physical pain.
like physical, painful experience that you have ever experienced in your life.
I have two things.
Go for it.
One was actually my bow tie tattoo. That one hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, it's right on the sternum.
Right on the sternum. There's almost no muscle or fat there, so it's just bone and skin, basically. And that really did hurt. Like, it's right by right by your neck. It's like just below the neckline. And it's
Did you feel your whole ribcage
needle?
like, rattle?
I definitely felt it hit bone at some point, but because it's right there. I mean, there's like almost no skin between. I can actually grab my bone like from where it is. It's creepy. But yeah, it that one hurt a lot. But for like a real answer, because tattoos hurt, whatever. I broke my collarbone when I was like 20-something years old. I grew up in the church, and we used to do these like church retreats. And I was at one of these church retreats, and we were doing something, but we were just goofing around or whatever. I was with a couple of people, and there was like this bench in like the little park area of this place. Someone goes, "John, jump over that bench." And I went, "All right." And I ran up to it and I jumped over it, and I almost made it.
Do it for Jesus.
Because people used to say, "John, do something," and I would just do it. No thought, do it. And I was like, "All right, cool,
Do it.
Do it.
So
and then
I ran
over the bench, and he said, "Blew it,"
and I blew it. So I got over it, but one of my feet, my boot, like, or shoe or whatever, like hit the top of it, like just the tip of the top of the bench, right? And I flipped over, and it came crashing down. I smashed my face on the ground and broke my collarbone. You know that little like red spot on my face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is from that experience.
That's
no
what that's
way.
from?
I thought that was a
It
birthmark.
actually popped a blood vessel in my face, and it never went away.
I thought that was a birthmark all of a sudden for you.
Oh, shit.
Nope. I used to. If you look at old pictures of me, I never had that.
Wow, that's the story.
That is crazy.
And I broke my collarbone, and I swear to you, I thought I was gonna die because I thought it was my. I thought it was my spine.
Oh shit!
And I stood up, and I was like, okay, I'm okay, I'm all right, because everyone saw me fall. I'm like, I'm all right. I'm like, and I stood there, and I went, no, I'm not, and I literally collapsed, and then everyone around me was nothing but like shadowy figures.
Oh,
and I thought,
wow.
I was like, that's it. I fucking this is how I
die.
Flipping over a bench for Jesus.
So
Jumping for Jesus, I did it for you, homie.
They rushed me to the hospital, and then as painful as that was, nothing could have prepared me for the resetting. If you've ever broken a bone and you've had to get something reset,
oh my God.
Where this was, the clavicle bone, is one of... I never felt pain. I almost passed out again.
Jesus.
Thank God they had me on drugs. If I was on drugs, that probably would have killed me. Like, they gave me like a basic... He's like, look, we don't have anything like drug-wise that's gonna like really like... That's gonna be potent enough. Like, we basically have to use like a horse tranquilizer. And it came in pill form, right?
Wow.
And he gives me one, and he goes, all right, we're going to wait 5 minutes. Just sit here. Try not to move. He's like, because this is going to hurt. We're going to reset the bone. He's like, wait 5 minutes for everything to kick in, and then we'll come back and see how you are. He would just touch it, and I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, I'm sitting there with a bunch of like church people, and I'm fucking screaming, right, and cursing, right. And he goes, holy shit. He goes, that's really sensitive still, huh? He goes, all right, let's give you another one. So gave me another one, swallowed that pill, waited 5 minutes. Nothing kicked. I still could feel everything. He goes, look, I'm going to give you one more, but after that, there's no reason why you should need more.
Mhm.
Right? So he gives me one more, and the minute I swallow that one, the first one kicked in.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Bro, let me tell you, when I was on the trip of a lifetime, I still felt that resetting. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That fucking hurt like crazy. But when I
His
tell you
pupils
afterwards,
just expand, and all you hear is walking on sunshine for the next 20 minutes.
that's literally what it felt like. Dude, like honestly, for the next hour, I was in like tripping balls. Like it was just
sunshine. Whoa!
like that's like really what it was. Resetting the collarbone was literally the most painful thing I've ever been
Jeez.
through.
First of all, the only part of that story that I'm like, oh my god, is like, so a doctor was giving you, like, you were with a doctor when this was
Yeah.
happening, right? Okay.
Yeah. It's like that night
He's
shift.
giving-
It wasn't
he's
like a real doctor.
Yeah, he's giving you a horse tranquilizer. Where the fuck do you get this is gonna kick into your whole body in 5 minutes?
Right?
Maybe should have given a little more time for
Yeah,
that
that's
one to
even what I
settle.
thought. And
I feel
so
NyQuil until like the 9th minute. Like really,
it wasn't even really like 5 minutes, but he walked out of the room. I mean, it felt like forever because I was fucking sitting there crying basically.
Mhm.
So I have no idea how long he was gone, but it had to be more than 5 minutes.
What
I could
button
still
on the
feel
microwave
everything.
did he press? Did you see?
Yeah, no, see, I should have known. I should have known about a microwave time. He went to go microwave his coffee. Yeah, dude, that sucked. That was really one of the. And then afterwards, it was like, it is what it is. And like, I mean, the collarbone sucks because they put you in a brace once they reset, and so that your collarbone and back is kind of straight. But taking that thing on and off to shower was the worst pain I've ever been in my entire life. I was on painkillers for like fucking months.
They had,
Jeez.
they had John looking like Jimmy from Ed, Edd and Eddie. Just a big circle around. Just a big
Yeah.
circle around your whole body.
Yeah, the brace was tough, but
Oof, damn.
yeah. I mean, it was cool because I could wear it under like all my clothes or whatever. But like,
yeah.
it still was like it was awful. Anyway, that's my answer.
Damn,
man.
that's I can't even like contend with that kind of story. I've actually never broken a bone in my body.
Same. Let's
And-
Knock on wood.
and I-
You better
but-
knock on wood right
well,
now.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Because I said that up until I broke my fucking collarbone.
I say it a lot, but like, listen, I've done some dumb shit. Like, I used to skateboard when I was a teenager, and I loved fucking just dumb shit. Jackass was a big part of my life. So how I never
That's the
broke
reason I broke
something, yeah, how I never broke anything is really, I don't even know, man. I've sprained my ankles and my knees multiple times, and it's not that like doing that was like the most painful thing, but I mention it because it's the most aggravating thing for me.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh great, now I got to deal with fucking walking on a sprained ankle or a fucked up knee, and the fact that it completely immobilizes you, like, is just fucking frustrating. So that's
bad.
always been like the most annoying thing to happen to me. If I had to really think about the most physical pain I've ever been in, so we were at the bar one night, and we all got really fucking hammered. Juan was there. My buddy Chris was there. You guys met Chris.
Yeah.
And my wife was there. This is before she worked there, and like a bunch of our friends were all hanging out. We got fucking obliterated. We go outside, and I have no idea what possessed my wife to do this, but my buddy Chris was talking to somebody, and she thought it would be really funny to like literally low blow him, and like she did it, and like it was funny, but she kept going and like trying to get other people, like it was some weird drunk game of hers. And then
wait, what do you mean by low?
Like
punching someone in the
punching
balls.
someone in the balls.
Oh, I thought you meant like the movie, like she gave him a parking ticket? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, she just started throwing sandwiches at everybody. No, she just went up behind him and just fucking wrestling style low blowed him right outside of the bar and was like, all right. And then for some reason, this was just like a random game that she like started playing throughout the rest of the night. And I was talking to Juan about something, and she came up behind me and fucking Shoryuken punched me so fucking hard from behind. Like, now listen, this might be a little more information than people like to hear, but I have really big nuts. Okay, I got low hanging fruit. I made 2 kids with these things. All right, I got an ostrich egg for a fucking ball sack. All right, I pride myself in how large my testicles are. They belong in a museum on display for everybody.
You donate your body to bodies.
But I'm standing there, bro. I'm standing there, legs apart, just chilling, talking to Juan about something, and she comes up from behind me and uppercuts me square in the sack. Like, I'm talking about, like, if you make a fist, that whole flat section of the fist between the knuckle and the first joint, that whole flat area, just full contact.
Oh God!
To the sack, straight up, and she caught a bit of the taint on impact. It was just a fucking the worst thing ever. Like, to the point where like I thought I was gonna fucking die. I was sweating. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna throw up, and I started to just immediately cry. I just sat there against the tree and fucking cried. And I was like, why would you do that? And she's sitting there fucking laughing, and I'm like, it's not fucking funny. I was like, you shouldn't be doing this to anyone. Why would you do this to fucking anybody, especially me? And she's fucking drunk off her fucking ass laughing. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. Night over. I was immediately sober. And it was the worst fucking pain I have ever felt in my life. Like,
just listening to
dude,
that
I thought I was it. That was it. I was like, that's it. They're gone. They've exploded and they've dissipated into nothing. I was so fucking, it was in so much pain and I was so fucking upset. And the next day I was like, do you remember what you fucking did yesterday? And she's like, no. And I'm like, you don't remember fucking deciding to play punching bag with every fucking one of our friends' fucking nutsack, especially mine? And she's like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, you decided it would be fun to run around and randomly slap everyone in the balls. And the last one you got last night was me when you uppercut me in the fucking taint. And she was just like, oh my God. And I'm like, you're never getting that drunk again. And I swear to you, I would never put my hands on you. But if you ever do that again, I'm punching you right in the nose. And she was just like, I'm so sorry. I didn't think I hit you. I was like, you don't remember me collapsing and crying? And she goes, no. And I'm like, wow. All right. 2 things. 1, you're never getting that drunk again. And 2, fuck you. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was vicious.
After meeting Derek's wife recently, I gotta tell you guys, not only do I believe this story wholeheartedly, but I believe she remembered it happened, but just looked at him like, no.
No. She genuinely didn't remember. She genuinely didn't remember.
No, I'm playing. But Jesus Christ, it's terrible. I mean, that's what anyone says when they like females who will like tap you in the nuts or hit you or whatever, because sometimes the taps hurt like worse. And just like, and that's like the first thing they say is like, I didn't think that it was gonna hurt. Listen, you don't have what I have. Just like I can't understand any of your times of the month, you don't get to understand this. Like, of course it hurt, dude.
Actually, I got hit in the balls by accident by Katie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was definitely by accident. It was a New Year's Eve party. We were all like hanging out, and we because they had like 2 or 3 rooms or whatever at the time, like the kitchen area, the living area, and then like the bedroom area. And it was me, Katie, Sam, our friend Sarah. Sam was hanging out with somebody else there too. I don't remember who was in the room, but we were all sitting there laughing and talking. And you know that moment when someone goes like you start telling a funny story, and the person that was there reiterates it by like kind of hitting you on the shoulder or whatever, like, oh yeah. Well, she did that, but we were all laying down on different angles of the bed, and she went to go do that, and it just went whack and just hit me right in the balls, and I was like, she was like, oh my god, no, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, like it was the funniest fucking thing, but like it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking terrible. She hit you like with the strength of how you would hit somebody in the shoulder.
Right,
but like
just
to your coin purse.
Coin purse, I love that phrase.
That's my favorite thing.
I love that name, yeah.
we laugh about it now, but it was.
I feel like there's a New Year's Eve ball dropping joke somewhere in there that I couldn't think of quick enough. No, dude, yeah, getting hit in the fucking balls sucks. Ladies, please do not ever hit a man in the balls. Unless they absolutely deserve it, but please never do that as a joke. It is the worst thing. The worst thing is like when you guys ever have that close call where like something just breezes by your nuts and you're shit, it didn't hit me, and then 10 seconds later you're like, oh, never mind, I think I got it. I think I got hit. Yeah. Man down, fuck. You're
like, oh, it could have been bad, but like 10 seconds later it's like, oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
So mine, I don't remember if I told you guys this or not. If I did, I think John would have at least known. Did I ever tell you guys the eyeball story?
No, we have no idea. I've never heard the eyeball story.
The eyeball story. Okay. I was in the 5th grade. And when I was younger, I'm setting the stage for how this shit happened. I didn't like wearing a coat. Or a jacket or anything during like chilly weather. So it was 5th grade, and I still don't. We get out. The last bell rings. We all get out, whatever. And fucking, I'm just walking. Like I'm walking because I walk home. My school is a few blocks away. And as I'm walking, it's the most normal fucking day. I left my jacket in my classroom, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it tomorrow or whatever the fuck. One of my friends, my boy Keith, and I loved him, and I still love him to this day, but oh my god. So he grabbed my jacket thinking that I left the jacket in the classroom. So as I'm walking, he comes up behind me and he's like, yo idiot or whatever, you forgot your jacket. So instead of handing it to me, like we're boys, he swings the jacket around like at me. Which then, this story makes people go, like, badly. So, the jacket swings around my head, and the zipper plants itself firmly within my fucking eyeball.
I knew exactly where that was going, and I still wasn't prepared.
Slicing my eyeball open
Oh!
completely.
Shit!
It was bad. I stopped. My whole body, I could not move. All I could do was fucking scream in agony.
Yeah.
And this was the most violent thing. Not only was this the most violent thing that's ever happened to me, like, I'm a 5th grader. This is the most violent thing I've ever seen, ever. And it's so far in my life, and it's happening to me. So I stop, and I scream bloody fucking murder. I am blind in my right eye for a month.
Whoa.
Fun fact, your eyes do heal over time. So when shit that happens, I didn't even know this. I believed that I was going to be blind in one eye for the rest of my life.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I was blind for about a month and a half time. I wore like this big clear like eye patch thing on my eye. Like it was a thing that was held together with like tape, and like it was like a cup like, in like a jock strap. And it's over my eye. And whenever I would take it off, I could only see white and gray. Like I wasn't blind. Like I can only see black. it was
Right.
only like just like lights, like I could see like white and gray and like blobs and shit like that. And over
Right.
time, like my vision came back to me. But I remember that story specifically because to give you a gauge of how painful that was, I remember when going to the doctor, I was like, after like a day or two, like I had hospital visits every single day. Like after something like that happens, you need to consistently be at the doctor's office to make sure that you still have your vision. Because if you get your vision taken away, like the government needs to step in and like do things. So as I like around the second or third day that I took this hospital visit, the doctor was like asking me questions about shit and blah blah blah, and I was having like a hard time like speaking to him. So like I got some more tests done, and apparently what happened, and I didn't even realize it because of all the adrenaline until like 2 days later. When it occurred, I screamed so fucking loud that there were parts of the inside of my throat that were actually a little bit like ripped up and like damaged.
Oh, shit.
So I was bleeding like inside my fucking throat. Like that's
wow.
how I yelled so loud. I yelled my loudest and then I pushed past that. So like it tore up my throat, like literally tore up the skin in my throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thank God that it stopped there, because if he was like, if you would have kept going, you would have completely demolished your vocal cords. That's how painful it was. Like I didn't like pass out from pain. Like I was fully awake and present to feel like every piece of it, and it was so fucking wild. And now I go to get like, because I wear glasses, I get like my eyes checked every now and again. I have better vision in the eye that got sliced open than I do in the eye that didn't.
That's wild.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, that was the most pain. I think back to that shit and I shiver. Like things with my eyes and stuff, I tell people to stay the fuck away from my face, just period.
Right.
Like
right.
my whole life now is just like living in fear of anyone coming too close to my face. There was a point where I think during the 6th grade, I had this like girlfriend, and like she would go in to kiss me and I would like flinch. Like that was how bad it was. Like I could not play sports because if someone threw something to me, I would immediately just flinch or freak the fuck out. That like moment of just like something's going to happen to my face was like, that was insane. That was just the worst thing. And to a little kid, it's like, holy shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. Scarred you for life.
Wow.
It did. But I mean, I'm better now. Like I don't flinch when people fucking come near me, but still I'm very like, yeah. So
wow, that's fucking crazy, man.
like brought
that
the mood down. Like, no, that's serious.
That's like
you
yeah.
almost lost my vision.
Yeah, I mean, John thought he was gonna fucking die and broke a bone. You lost your fucking vision and could have lost your fucking voice.
Yeah.
My fucking wife punched me in the ball sack. Like, what? How does my story even compare to both of you? Like, fuck,
dude. Listen, nut shots are no joke. I remember in my middle school, I remember there was a substitute teacher. He was just like a regular dude, like whatever. And there were these 2 girls who were fighting in the hallway, and he tried to break it up and got kicked in the testicles.
Oh.
And was on crutches for like a couple months after that. Like something happened to his testicles, or like I don't know if it shot up into his body or like popped or something. But like nut shots are no fucking joke.
That
like,
just made me fucking shiver. Jesus Christ!
That shit can leave you immobilized.
Yeah, no, I'm a large man, and I've been in my share of fights. And I've never been struck like that ever.
Yeah, that made like
who loves you most.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Thank God they're only for display now. I mean, it isn't like I fucking need them. You know. If anything, she fucking helped me out big time.
Yeah.
These are the floor models.
Yeah. No, we have 2 kids. We don't need any more, man. So
damn, that's wild. That is actually wild.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. But I mean, I've gotten into like fights before, like you scrap as like a kid or whatever, and like I thought back to all those moments, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think anything really can. Like I've had my ass kicked, and then every now and again I've kicked ass, and both times are just like I don't remember a time in my life where anything compared to losing half your vision, and like yeah,
Jesus, man, that's crazy.
Nope. Yeah. Walking down sidewalks was weird because I would walk diagonally and my friends would be like, all right, they'd have to grab my arm and be like, dude. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's fucking nuts. Holy shit. Well, at least it healed up and now you're all better. So
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I was like, after adrenaline goes away as a little kid, because I'm just afraid like I'm never gonna see again. Like after adrenaline and shit goes away, then I remember just being this little fifth grader going like, "Am I ever gonna see again?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna." It's think about a cut on your arm that's really bad and is gonna take a while to heal, but you're gonna fucking heal, dude. That's the eyeball. Because I just assume the eye is this thing that once it gets hit, it's done.
yeah,
Like that's it.
Dunzo. Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. If you think of like, as a 5-year-old, you or a fifth grader, you wouldn't know that. But like, as cataract surgery or LASIK or anything, they literally cut an entire layer off your eye.
There's an incision, yeah.
Yeah, well, like they peel back like the broken part of your eyeball, and the eyeball heals back to whatever. You could basically fix your vision by cutting off the top layer that's all fucked up.
Yeah, which is fucking.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It might also
a really weird thing.
It might also, they call it the jewel of the human body, but like it's crazy because like that might like explain the whole like why my damaged eye has better vision than my non-damaged eye. Because like if it broke away like part of that, part of my eye and like it healed back fully, I might have just gotten LASIK surgery and I didn't realize.
Fucking free LASIK. If anything, you should fucking thank your friend for busting your shit. That's
send him some flowers now.
Oh my god. Let me tell you guys something. So we just to kind of tell you how this shit like followed. So I'm a fifth grader. Like these are like I'm with my like group of friends. We have our group of friends and everything, whatever, And I remember when I was in the hospital, my friends all, like, my teacher took a day out of, like, the curriculum. So, like, okay, everybody's making Jordan, like, cards and shit like that and blah, blah, blah. Like, as a little kid, like, you don't even, like, you do cutesy shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And, so I got cards for my crushes, I kept that shit for, like, forever. But, like, I remember getting the card from Keith specifically, who originally, when it happened, this was so fucking stupid. I said that I told everybody because that's my boy. I didn't want to get him in trouble. I told everybody I was running and I was a tall kid. So like I hit my face on a stop sign. But like, yeah, I was like, no, I was running and like I ran into a sign and like hit my face and it just cut my eye. I think like the sign was like bent or some shit, whatever. But like I made up this fucking story and everybody just like, well, of course they didn't go with it. They were like, all right, we're going to fix the situation and then ask him what really fucking happened. But I remember I was going to keep on perpetuating the lie. Nobody asked me to. I just did it for my friend. And then someone told me the story that he went to the like the principal's office the next day and he was like in tears and he was like, I took away my friend's fucking vision and I feel so terrible and he's lying for me and I need you to know what really happened and it was an accident. And I was like, I was like touched by that because with his card he wrote me like a whole ass like note on like lined paper. We're just like little fifth graders and he's like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry, like if I took your vision away, blah blah blah. And like I couldn't wait to get out of the hospital just so I could tell my friend, like, no, I can see, like, it's okay. Like, I'm going to be okay. It was just an accident. I can't believe I remember that, but, like, that was such a significantly weird point in my life. I missed so much goddamn school. And when I came back, I came back and nothing was expected of me. Everybody was just like, Jordan, or it's private reading time. Jordan, don't strain your eyes. Just like sit there and take a nap on your desk or something. I was like, sweet.
Actually, funny addendum to that story too. When I came back from that trip, and I was in school, everyone knew I was on. Like I told my principal whatever would happen. I was like, I need to take pain pills. I was like, I'm gonna be fucking useless in classes, you know what I mean? Like, and I remember I would fall asleep every day in math class for like literally like 2.5, 3 months, and my teacher couldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, but
she also like just put me in like the back of the room and just let me sleep like the whole day, like the whole period.
That's great.
Yeah, because I was like, and when I would wake up or I would say something, it was always like half like totally high off my ass, like whatever, like, and like I didn't know what was going on in class at all. We were doing like it was basically trigonometry, like it's like, and I had no idea what was happening. And she'd say something like, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's called the arth term in math. It's like a whole I don't even remember because I was barely alive in class. But every time she would say it, I would be in the back and I'd wake up and I'd be like, arth term, and I'd fall back to sleep. And I would fall back asleep. And my friends thought it was the funniest motherfucking thing. I don't remember doing it. They would just tell me stories.
A squared plus B squared equals unicorn rainbows. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super bad.
Jesus.
Damn.
Indeed.
Weirdly, like, have you ever had those experiences where like you get hurt or you get into an accident or something, and like, of course you would have preferred it never happened, but like the aftermath of it was just like attention and no one's really expecting things of you, and it's like kind of nice because you're like in rest mode.
No.
Oh yeah, of
Have you ever
course.
thought about that? Like I remember in middle school, I was leaving.
It was the only attention I ever got as a kid, so that was
I craved that attention. I looked
Yeah,
for
are you
another
kidding me?
zipper. I
I jumped over all the benches after that.
couldn't tell me. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I bet nobody ever said, "John, do this" ever again.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. They it was more like safety thing. So it was more like hey John, do whatever. Be like jump in a pool. Don't even think about it. Like I would be in all my clothes, and I would. All right, and I'd just run in, jump in the pool, like fucking freezing, whatever. Didn't care. I would just jump in. So it was all things that were a little bit safer, probably for me, but still stupid.
I feel that. I remember I got hit by a car in middle school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. And it's more insane because everybody I spoke to afterwards was just like, you didn't fucking break anything? Because I'm not kidding with you. I went back to school 4 days after that. Like 3 or 4 days after that. And all of my friends and everyone in my class did the same thing. You got hit by that car, right? And I was like, yeah. And people were just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, when you get hit, because when you're a kid, you get hit by a car, you're apparently that's death. Like you lose all your limbs.
You got hit by a car and survived? Do you have superpowers?
The more weird thing about...
Continue what you were going to say, but I said I have a funny story when we're off the air.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's the best.
That's too exclusive.
That's too
right.
I got hit by that car, and I remember like every day of my life leading up to that was just so much less expected of me. It was just like I could like I went back to school, but I was taking it like super easy, like nothing. Couldn't do sports, do nothing. Every classroom I went to, even if it was just like a subject or some shit, I was like not expected to fucking do anything. The days that I was home, like it was just like I just ate McDonald's every day and just sat in bed, just like, oh well, my body. Like, don't get me wrong, there was soreness and a lot of like whiplash to it a little bit and everything, and I was limping. But the doctor was like, he doesn't have a single broken bone. Like, we don't know how this happened, but like, he doesn't have a single thing broken, which is hard for me to be like, I've never broken anything and then tell people I've been struck by vehicles. But, I mean, yeah, that was just, I just like the feeling of just like, not like, that's a scummy thing to say. Like, I don't think like it's great getting hurt because like you get attention and people are like waiting. Like, no.
I know what you mean though. It's like, there's this thing of like being hurt and being just that attention that you don't normally get on an everyday basis, like being super nice to you and like it's not like a shitty thing to be happy that somebody's paying attention to you. It's actually kind of sad, to be honest.
Yeah, it means you didn't get it enough when you weren't hurt, so now you are hurt, and you're like, this is what it takes. Now you are hurt,
and you're right, exactly. That's what it takes to get that whatever. Yeah, no, I totally understand it though, because
the both of you had to get physically injured to get through school without having to do anything. I just didn't fucking do anything, so
that was completely fun, and I just ignored shit. Like,
yeah, I just coasted on by.
That too, but it was, at least I had an excuse to do that. That was
right.
It.
Well, you had more of an excuse just to be high during class.
Also true.
Cannot argue with the facts and law.
Right. Exactly.
Jesus. Well, at least now we're all we're alive and well, and I can't say healthy, but I mean,
I can't even say well.
you know, but
I can't even say well.
I'm totally joking.
Dark.
Yeah,
Right?
I love it. Fucking love it.
Bye, kids.
Have fun.